Paddy picks my preview to the Champions League final. Um, looking at the betting for this match, Chelsea and Man City. Man City are favourites for obvious reasons, and all the pressure will be on City because they're the best team and they're the best manager. And you have to be careful with City because complacency could set in, but you look at the manager they have, Guardiola. I don't think he ever lets that set in because he has them all competitive, hungry, because they know if they don't play well, someone else is going to come in. You know, like the City team probably picks itself. De Bruyne will play, Foden will play. If Gundogan is fit, he'll play. It'd be interesting to see where City go to false nine, or do they play Gabriel Jesus? I think they'd probably better off going to false nine. If they do put De Bruyne as a false nine, Cancelo could play midfield. That could be the difference because he has been a danger man for City this season. I know City have got beaten twice by Chelsea, but you can't really read too much of that because the team that played for City in those two games, it was, for the FA Cup match, they made 8 changes. For the Premier League match, they played most of their second players. So you can't just say, oh, yeah, just because Chelsea beat City twice, Chelsea going to win tonight. No, I don't think so. If Cancelo plays, his range of passing, moving in the middle of the park is unbelievable. Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, his goals, I just think City would have too much for Chelsea. But then again, for Chelsea, they're going to go three at the back. Three at the back has worked quite well for Chelsea, but Aspilicueta, his experience, Rudiger, Kante, plays if he's fit. He'll have a tough job at marking De Bruyne. You're seeing the job that Chelsea did when they played Madrid, the way they marked Modric and Kroos. That'll probably be similar tonight with Kante marking De Bruyne. If anyone is going to win it for Chelsea, it's Mount because he's been outstanding for Chelsea this season. I think Tino Werner needs a big game for Chelsea tonight. I'm not sure whether he has it in him to have a big game because, if you're picking awards for the most player to be offside this season, he has to be up there. It's mad how many times be offside. And if they can be interested also to see the wide players, are they going to play Pulisic? Are they going to play your man CH Havertz, Hudson Odoi? There's so many players to pick from. So it will be interesting to see what team Thomas Tuchel goes with. I think Chelsea will be more defensive. They'll try to sit back, invite City onto them, and try and hit them on the break. You look at City at the back, they're probably going to play Diaz and Zinchenko on the left. I don't think you can get at that, but you can get at Walker and Stones, definitely, because I think Stones hasn't got much pace. I know Walker is quick, but he's not a great defender, so that's the side where Chelsea could get at. Like, you're seeing the way Leeds, Man United played against them this season, Premier League. Also, the way Chelsea played against the two matches, you have to get at them. As soon as you get the possession, you need to break quick with speed. So I wouldn't say the likes of Drew will start tonight for Chelsea because I think you need to play a lot of quick players, to play on the break. But that's a dangerous game plan because if you invite City onto them and you let City keep the ball, they're just going to keep the ball, and eventually gaps will appear and they'll score. So I don't know whether that game plan will work or not tonight for Chelsea. Like, Chelsea are going to this match as underdogs, considering they lost against Villa, they lost against Arsenal, and they lost the FA Cup match against Leicester. I watched those three games and I thought the performances in those three games are poor, and they need to improve a lot tonight if they want to beat City. The first goal will be interesting because you see the other night in the Villarreal game, if Villarreal, the way Villarreal got and they sat back, I think that would happen if Chelsea get a first goal tonight, they'll sit back. Whereas if City get it, I think City will go on and score 3 or 4. I do think both teams will score because I don't think City have it in them to keep a clean sheet tonight. And Chelsea will go at them. But it'd be interesting to see the first 5-10 minutes, the game plan, the mindset, the attitude from both sides, what they're the way they're gonna play, line up, and the crowd, that might get to the players, the expectation, because you haven't played in front of a crowd in a long time, and the people are jeering you, people are, putting you under pressure, that could affect the players, because they've gotten used to not playing it for so long. So that will be also interesting to see. But I just think City have too much for Chelsea. I think City will beat Chelsea 3-1. It will be an interesting match, and I hope you enjoy it. And also, Brentford got promoted to the Premier League this afternoon. A brilliant achievement for them. The first time to get promoted to the Premier League. The first time in the top tier of English football since 1935. An incredible achievement. Like, look at last year, they just missed out in the final day. And they weren't hurt for that. They went again. They played the same way. It's a brilliant achievement for them. They haven't bought many players. Thomas Frank's done an incredible job with them, and fair play to them. So I hope you enjoyed that match if you watched it, and hope you enjoyed the Champions League final tonight.